Hi, all. Bryan VantHof here with Remax Advantage Plus, Ramsey Trusted, and the Minnesota Real Estate Team. Today is Thursday, November 20th, T-minus 7 days to Turkey Day. Hopefully you have a lot of nice family plans scheduled for the weekend, that or you're watching just a plethora of professional and college football. I know for most college teams, it is rivalry weekend, so a lot of big games or teams to finish up some of their seasons. But again, just a lot of football coming up here over the Thanksgiving holiday, in addition to celebrating with your friends and family for just giving thanks for all that we have. So anyway, that's it. I'd love to talk to you here a little bit about real estate for today. As always, let's start with the week that was in the local market of previously owned homes within a 50-mile radius of downtown Minneapolis in Minnesota. Over the past 7 days, we saw 793 new listings. It's identical to last week. Surprising. I've never had a number come in exactly the same as the previous week, but it's 74 more than we had at this time last year for this same week. At least 128 of those did sell already so far. Of our new listings, 546 are single family, that's up 7. 158 are townhomes, that's down 22. And 89 are condos, that's up 15. Coming soon listings are at 122, which is down 45 from last week, reflecting the fact that we are in the holiday season. Just don't see, obviously, nearly as many listings hitting the market during Thanksgiving, and as Christmas decorations tend to go up. 122 coming soon listings is down 45 from last week, but still up 21 from where we were last year. Total available inventory dropped below 6,000 homes as expected to 5,931. That's a drop of 157 from last week, but it's still 668 more than where we were last year at this time. Of our total available inventory, 3,608 are single family homes, down 141 at a median price of $440,000, down 10,000 compared to last week, and the days on the market of 49, which is up 1 from last week. 1,303 are townhomes, that's down 16, median price of $295,000, that's down 3,000, and days on the market of 50, that's up 2. 1,020 are condos, that's unchanged at a median price of $205,000, that's down 5,000 from last week, and days on the market of 91, which is unchanged. As you can see, we have sellers taking price reductions just in the past week in an effort to get rid of their homes before the new year, really, quite honestly. So we'll talk a little bit more about this here a little bit later, but as always, we are in Black Friday of the real estate market right now. This is a great shopping time to be a buyer of residential real estate. If you're still thinking about buying, if you have the flexibility, if you're financially prepared, if there's homes out there that fit your criteria, you still should really get out there before the end of the year to look to see what's out there. Make an offer on something, get a deal. Best time you're going to see in the next 12 months is right now. Back to the inventory, 635 homes went from active to pending, that's up 37. 678 went from pending to sold, that's up 130. And there are a total of 2,832 pending sales, which is down 74 from last week. Mortgage rates continue to do really nothing. There was no movement from last week in the mortgage market. Good mortgage brokers still at about 6 1/8 to 6 3/8. Some might be a little bit higher on a fixed 30-year conventional mortgage for single-family homes. We're up over 1/8 from 1 month ago, but we're down nearly a quarter from 3 months ago. We're down nearly a half from 6 months ago. And we're down a quarter from 9 months and 1 year ago. We're very close to where we were 2 years ago. So not a lot of flexibility or not a lot of fluctuation, except we did hit some higher peaks over the past 2 years. But for the most part, we have been in the mid to low sixes really for the past 2 years. On the showing activity side of things, showing activity dropped by 3.6% this past week compared to the prior week to 10,725 realtor scheduled showings and 2.56 showings per listing. Last year, we had 11,075 showing requests on fewer listings and 2.71 showings per listing. So it was just a little bit busier last year, even though now we have more inventory on the market. So that's it for the real estate stats for the week that I usually do for every week. But some other quick notes on some year-to-date stats as provided by the St. Paul Area Association of Realtors through the month of October for the 13-county metro area, which is going to include Wisconsin, parts of Wisconsin. Total closed sales this year are up 2.4% from last year as of the end of October, with the median sales price up 3.9% for the year so far compared to the prior year. In October, sellers received 98% of their original listing price. As we head into the next few months, the stats really bear out that sellers become much more flexible on offers that they accept from buyers in the months of late November, all of December, and really the early part of January before sellers start to really regain control of our real estate market. For example, over the past 2 December and January time periods, sellers generally took anywhere on average 96.5% to 97% of their original list price. No other months saw anything that low, and most other months were all 98% or higher. As a reminder, these stats are generally reflective of offers made in the month prior to the actual closing, because closings typically take 30 to 45 days. We are currently within the best time of year for buyers to negotiate terms in their favor. Been saying it for a month, probably been saying it for 2 months. We are still in that time frame, but inventory is starting to dwindle, so there is less choices for you, but there is still great options to negotiate on. I actually anticipate really within a week to 2 weeks after Thanksgiving that we're going to see inventory levels of 5,000 or less on my weekly market update. So if you're looking to buy a nice house and you want to take advantage of the most inventory that's out there, you better get out there now, because it isn't going to start ticking back up until February. Housing affordability. Let's talk a little bit about housing affordability. That's been a big thing in the national news for many people here lately. Everybody's complaining that housing is unaffordable, that it's just too expensive. Nobody knows how first-time home buyers can buy a home. Well, let's talk about some things here. The interesting thing about Minnesota is that we continue to be one of the most affordable markets in the entire country. Metro households in October had median income levels of 120% of what it would take to qualify for a median priced home in the area. That's our highest level in nearly 2 years outside of September of last year. So that's good on the affordability standpoint. In addition, Minnesota has been a success story for young buyers, comparatively speaking. According to a study done by Evernest, Minnesota is the most desired state among young people to buy properties. And this is a national survey. It isn't a Minnesota company trying to sell Minnesota properties. They found that 50.8% of people under 35 in the state of Minnesota own a home. That is the highest percentage in the nation. They also reported that the average young adult income, ages 25 to 44, is one of the highest in the nation at $94,800. So we have a good jobs market, reasonably priced homes, good interest rates. Minnesota is affordable. Don't let the national news tell you otherwise. We are an affordable market, comparatively speaking. Maybe you don't meet those income criteria as a household, but we are certainly very strong market for first-time home buyers, existing home buyers. We have the highest percentage of 35 and unders who own homes in the entire country. Guess who's the worst? California, New York. 27% of 35 and unders own homes in those states. We are 50.8. In addition to that, Evernest found that Minnesotans, regardless of age, have the highest home ownership rate of any state in the nation at 74.6%. So yay for us, I guess. So that's what I got for this week. Buyers, if you have flexibility, are in a position to buy, now is still the prime time to be a buyer. Waiting until spring is going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars. That's a significant amount of money in both sales price and negotiating power. If there is a home on the market that meets your needs and goals, it's time to go get it. For sellers who want to wait, who can wait, if you can't wait, we can certainly talk about listing your home now. But for sellers who can wait until January, February to start the marketing process, I'm also scheduling time with U.S. sellers right now to help you get prepared. As soon as the Christmas tree comes down, whenever you take it down, first week of January, January 1st, December 26th, that's the time that you can start just preparing to get your house ready for the market. Don't just go back to putting everything back in its place after the Christmas tree comes down. Start from where you're at and start getting the home ready to sell. If you're looking for a consultation on that, I'm here for that as well. Please forward this to anybody that you think can benefit from this information. I'm here to help you, your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, anybody you think can use a experienced, knowledgeable, professional real estate agent to help you accomplish your goals. So reach out anytime. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving and talk to you soon.